Hi, this is Chefyummi. Welcome to my YouTube channel where I make all this delicious meal that even I get excited when I taste it. So today we're going to be making espagnole. Forget the pronunciation, I'm Nigerian, so I don't know how to pronounce most of these things that I make. But guess what? I know how to make it and I make it good. So let's jump into it. Today we're going to be making espagnole, which is Spanish origin sauce. And we're going to be turning it into la orange, which is la orange. I like that. I like that. But yeah, basically we're going to be adding some orange into it and some mustard. And we're going to whip it up, turn it into a la orange where we'll be serving with pan-seared duck, right? So we're just trying to elevate this and you'll be able to, give you ideas of how to, spice this up in the house with your loved ones this Valentine's season. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So first thing we do is I have this duck. I couldn't buy the duck breast, so basically I was going to be using a duck breast for this, but I couldn't buy the duck breast, so I bought the old duck. So I marinated it already, but I'm going to be carving out the duck breast and save the rest part of the duck for something that we'll be making, in this channel. So let's just jump right into it and have fun. I already got my knife sharpened, and I'm not a butcher. I don't like butchering stuff, man, but I'm gonna give it a go. So don't judge me, okay? I'm gonna bring out the big boy. I need a big boy knife for this one. So I will be Yep. Yeah, I need the big boy. Like out of this one. Yeah. So we'll do this. So let me put it right back. So with this one, I need to really sharpen the knife. Let's get it out, the duck. Woo. I'm gonna try first I'm gonna cut into half because gives me enough room to work with. Get the breast out of this duck, and I will. You see that? Boom. This is the thigh, the leg, but we don't need that. So I still need the skin on this duck. So I'm just taking out I will try fillet out I'm not trying to teach you how to fillet a duck, right? It's just, this is what I do, The knife is so sharp, you can see that, right? So I'm just trying to get the breast out of the duck, right? Without wasting stuff. Yep. So you see that? So easy. Yeah. I want to get a clean cut. So don't worry, all of this will not be wasted, all of this bone, because we'll be making something with all of this part in the future. So yeah, so this is the breast I can get out of this. This is the breast that I can get out of this. Look at the fat, it's cold. So I will be trying to get a proper nice fillet so it's beautiful for presentation, So I think, look at that. We tried. It's not the best, but tried. But everything is going to curl up. So check this out. You see that? That is a good cut, right? A good cut. So what I'll be doing is I will be scoring, the skin. Because this knife is sharp. Scoring the skin a little bit I'm actually proud of my knife. I didn't know it was this sharp, you know? So, so I'll do that. This is done there. So here, it's not that bad. That is, the knife is sharp and I kind of like damaged a little bit, but it's good. It'll work. Let's put this back in the fridge, clean up our knives, and put my weapon back in my... We will be, we'll start off with the sauce right now. When the pan gets hot, we'll throw in the bacon to get that juiciness out of, to get the oil and everything out of the bacon. So the pan gets hot. We start working the bacon. You see the oil is coming in and the fragrance and the flavor, I can smell it, of the bacon. That is what we want, right? That's getting hot, and you see the pan is getting very hot, and you can see the oil in the from the bacon is coming out, right? Yep, that's what we want. All I'm going to do is I'm going to throw in some onion, finely chopped onion. I like onion in everything. Like, I like a lot of onion. So any opportunity to add onion, I always put extra. I'm going to rest my picker right now. Now get in my spatula. You can smell that. I like that. You can smell it. It's nice. It's lovely, you know? There's some beautifulness about cooking that I just enjoy doing all the time. So I got my celery and carrots right here. I don't want to put everything. My celery and carrot with the onion gives you a marroquois. So that is working. I will add the butter. I thought I reduced this fire, the heat. But add the butter. I actually turned it off right now because it was too much. You see the butter melting. So from adding the butter right now, all of the roastiness in the pan, add the butter. I'm gonna add some flour because I think this is about 2 teaspoons of butter. So I'll add a little bit of 2 teaspoons of flour. So I'll put the heat back up. So with the flour and the butter, so like I'm making a roux with all of this mixture. That's basically what it is, right? So it's like making a roux for the thickness of the sauce. This is going to be a semi-thick sauce. So you see all the roastiness in the pot, right? I think I'm going to add a little bit more flour to this. Yeah. Since I did not measure the butter, so I'm like, I look at it and I'm like, nah, this is not the consistency that I want at this stage, you know? So one thing about me is I always add flavor. Y'all already know that. So I am going to be adding my all-purpose Chefyummi all-purpose seasoning. Look at that. All-purpose seasoning is like this. It's like this. That's the color. And my Cajun seasoning is like that. It's red. So we're going to be adding all-purpose seasoning to this because I like flavor. I like flavor. And my all-purpose seasoning, obviously what it means is like almost everything you need in your cooking is in there. So, but at the right blend and the right measurement, suitable for Chefyummi dishes. Woo! So what we'll be doing is adding the beef broth. So I will add the beef broth, a whole lot of it. So, and I will let this cook. This is the real magic. I will let it cook right there. So, as you can see, like Look at the consistency of the sauce. The next thing we're going to do, we turn it off, put that away, and we strain. A little bit, just a little bit. You can see the it's got a bit of roasty touch to the sauce. So all of that ingredient from my all-purpose seasoning and the roasted bacon, look at that, and the onion is like roasty, but that's that. So this is the espagnole, the sauce. This is the espagnole sauce. Nice sheen to it, not too thick, a semi-thick sauce, that's what I call it. So, but now we're going to turn it into a la orange. Putting this back in the pot, right? Boom. Like that. And I will squeeze some orange juice to it. A whole lot of orange. I don't want it to be too loose, so I'm cooking it back to thicken it up a little bit, you know? Because this is a whole lot of sweetness and a whole lot of juice that's going to loosen the sauce. I want it a little bit thick. I'll be adding a touch of vinegar just for the acidity of the sauce. That is perfect. Just look at that. It looks nice. Get that sheen. Let me taste it. Oh, that is nice, but I think I would just add a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. Yep. This is nice and perfect sauce. So I'm going to set that aside and we're going to jump into our duck. So we will be making the duck, pan-seared duck. Put on high heat, let it blast, boom. I don't want it to be too dry on the skin. I want to save some moisture to it, so I'm not really keen on like losing a whole lot of fat and juice from the duck. But yeah, so I'll put a little bit of avocado oil in the pan, right? Usually I would use butter, but bro, I feel like avocado oil and that's what I'm going for, right? So whatever you want to present, right, in your protein, that is what you let go into the pan first. So in this case, the skin is the presentation. So I'm letting it go into the pan first. Now, with a duck, for you to let it work, place your skillet on top of it, right? I will reduce the heat because I want it to cook slowly, not really slowly, but I want to crisp up the skin. So I'll press it down with this skillet and you know, it will cook. I think I will leave it for about 8 minutes, I think. So I'll put it on medium heat. And that should be good. So took it off and I forgot to press record. But this is the duck, right? It's, you know, it looks beautiful. So I'm reducing the oil and I'm going to throw it and finish it up in the oven. So basically I threw the duck in the oven because I want the extra crispiness on the skin of the duck. I left my skin on because that's how I like it and I think it's beautiful. And because of the skillet, it's pressed down all of the fat in between the skin and the duck. You're going to see it's going to turn out super beautiful. I will be cutting this into half. Woo! I love the, ooh, beautiful. We will, so the sauce right there. The sauce is loose, right? So I'm trying to fill it up in the whole plate. So it's like a pool of sauce. You see that? Push it without affecting the edge. Yep. Look at that. Look at the pinkness of that. This is amazing. That is. So I'm putting the skin up. This is the base. This is the skin. So I'm doing that, right? And I'm doing that. I want it to rest-ish, like that. I drench this in olive oil. You know, drenched it in that. It's, you know, it's just beautiful. I think that's beautiful. I think so. What do you think? There's some of that in there. See that? It's not bad. Okay, I made an espagnole sauce, and converted it to la orange. Nice plate, good plating, simple dish that you can make with your loved one this Valentine's Day. Beautiful, simple concept, but you know, with some wine, candles, whatever, you can have a romantic dinner in the house, right? It's a beautiful food, beautiful plating. I love the duck, I love the sauce. The consistency of the sauce was amazing. Would I eat this again? Yes. Till next time, it's Chefyummi on YouTube. Happy eating. Catch you later. Peace out. One.